I'm Kirsten Cappel. I graduated from Duke University's Nicholas School of Environment in 2004. I currently work at the Environmental Protection Agency as an environmental protection specialist. I've been living in Washington, D.C. now for about 4.5 years, and it's an exciting place to be a part of all of that, to see how rules and regulations are developed to protect the environment.
I always knew that I wanted to work for EPA, so being here is such an amazing opportunity. Also to be in Washington, D.C. with, here where policy is made.
Here at EPA, I work on a program that regulates ozone-depleting substances, such as chlorofluorocarbons and hydrochlorofluorocarbons that, when emitted into the atmosphere, deplete the stratospheric ozone layer. The ozone layer is like a shield up in the upper atmosphere that protects Earth from harmful UV radiation. And a thinning of the ozone layer allows more UV radiation to come to the Earth's surface, and that causes a range of human health problems, such as cataracts and skin cancer. The Montreal Protocol was developed as an international treaty to reduce and eventually eliminate substances that deplete the stratospheric ozone layer. The U.S. implements the Montreal Protocol through Title VI of the Clean Air Act, and we regulate the production, import, and export, among other things, of ozone-depleting substances. CFCs were used in air conditioners or refrigerators, and they've been phased out based on their ability to deplete the ozone layer, and that was done back in 1996. Halons were done in 1994, and they had a higher ozone-depleting potential. So we've been phasing these substances out through a market-based system where companies are given allowances to produce or import a chemical, and then they can trade those with other companies. One of the things that I do is author rulemakings that relate to governing ozone-depleting substances. One that I worked on was an exemption that's given by the Montreal Protocol. This is the Code of Federal Regulations where federal rulemakings are printed. Here's a list of allocations for essential use allowances. This is one of the rulemakings that I authored. What I like about policy is the opportunity to be creative, to have an environmental problem and then to develop creative solutions that sort of work for everybody to be able to resolve these environmental problems. You have the opportunity also to look at what things have worked in the past to address certain environmental problems and how you can address that using those same policy solutions in other environmental problems, but perhaps improving on them or tweaking them a little bit. These days, when I open up a policy book and actually really enjoy reading it, perhaps I am kind of a policy wonker nerd. One of the great advantages of being at the Nicholas School was the opportunity to take courses all throughout Duke. I took some courses at the Public Policy School on peace and conflict studies. And in that coursework, I tried to focus on environmental issues. Some of the other courses were just more interdisciplinary in nature. So some of the courses on business and the environment, for example, had people from the business school that came over, and we had an opportunity to collaborate with them and look at issues from a very different standpoint. The policy courses that I took at the Nicholas School gave me an opportunity to learn about a variety of different environmental issues. In particular, also how to learn how to write a policy brief, give background on a particular environmental issue, and how to recommend a specific policy approach to deal with that environmental problem. Now I'm doing the practical implementation of all those things that I learned in those types of courses.